African American who won lotteries. What if winning the lottery wasn't just about the money? What if it became the story of reinvention, triumph, or even tragedy? From life-changing jackpot wins to moments of heartbreaking betrayal, the journey of these African American lottery winners is anything but ordinary. In this episode, we'll explore 5 jaw-dropping stories that prove how a single ticket can rewrite destinies, sometimes for the better and other times for the unimaginable. Stay tuned, because these tales of fortune and fallout will have you questioning, what would you do if luck struck your way? On July 22, 2003, Byron Woods and his wife were ordinary citizens residing in Texas. Brian, a diesel mechanic, was shocked when he realized he was a winner in a Texas lottery of $49 million. Selecting the grant option, they got $2.5 million immediately, while nearly $2 million yearly for the next 24 years. Initially, they were unaware they had won until one of them received a phone call from a family member who had also bought the ticket at the superstore. Brian immediately rushed online to double-check the numbers, and when he was sure they were equal, he was over the moon. "We are millionaires," he exclaimed. After winning this round, Brian resigns from his job, and so does Barbara, his wife, and agrees to invest in a venture. They bought the TP Motel, an old landmark in Texas, for $60,000, then invested around $1.6 million to refurbish it to make the motel into a standout tourist attraction that would offer a fun and once-in-a-lifetime experience to anyone who wants to spend the night in one of the motel's teepees. Aside from their business, the Woods also decided to contribute to society. They established a scholarship program for local students to realize their aspiration of giving back and providing more opportunities for others. It is a story of joy and giving that has brought them from humble means to the ability to achieve their own goals and help the people in their surroundings. This win got them a new purpose: entertainment, storytelling, and documentation of past events, as well as an investment that could help future generations. But Brian's story is just the beginning. What happens when a young single mother faces the same twist of fate, holding not just a winning ticket but the weight of a brighter future for her family? Marie Holmes, a young lady from Wilmington, North Carolina, was in a lucky moment at the age of 26 when she won an epic $188 million Powerball. Holmes, a single mother with 4 children, among them a disabled child who has cerebral palsy, became a worried woman after the news. She said she still did not fully take it in, which made her start her sentence with, "I don't think it has registered. I suppose I did not get it when it hit me, but I'm glad there is something I can bless my kids with that I did not have." Holmes never got in the habit of buying tickets to the lotteries, but this time round, it was going to be her lucky day. When she was sure that she was holding the winning numbers, she felt such a shock that she probably was going to have a heart attack. That smile, that joyous scream even surprised her children. She has a boy and 3 girls. When asked about her plans for the money, Holmes shared her strong values and priorities. "Initially, I am going to buy tithe because I would have nothing out of this without God. Then there's a plan of creating accounts for my kids," I say. Their dream was to own a home for her family and ensure that all her loved ones were financially set before anything else happened. The only person who could have joyfully had his heart whole for her was Holmes' uncle, who after all sold her the ticket to make such a vast difference in her life. Before this, Holmes had no job and barely managed to support herself. But with this win, she said she now feels relieved. "I don't need to use the word struggle again in my life and even my kids." Hence, Holmes accepts this new phase to keep her family fully rooted and appreciate what they have. "Yes, I'm okay with it. I will be ready to accept the change," she replied. "It's all for them. My children can go to college, my family can stop worrying. We survived." While Marie's story is one of hope and security, the next winner's life took a much darker turn. What happens when fortune brings not just wealth, but unimaginable danger? Meet Abraham Shakespeare. The story of Abraham Shakespeare began to change in 2006 when he became a lottery jackpot winner by receiving $31 million. He took the money and ran some of the numbers through taxation to get a take-home total of $17 million. Not bad for at least another shot at the title. Several people described him as generous to a fault and a kind man with friends and family. In fact, Shakespeare's life had been full of challenges and interferences right after he won in the play. He was a worker at one company. His colleagues suspected him of stealing the winning ticket, and the case was taken to court. Luckily for Shakespeare, the judge said that he could keep the amount of money that he won. But this newfound wealth came with problems that developed almost instantaneously. Shakespeare finally encountered Doris D.D. Moore, who claimed she wanted to assist him in controlling his spending. However, instead of providing him with what he needed, she financially exploited him by taking all his money to enrich herself instead of gradually increasing his cash. Shakespeare's family reported him missing in 2009. Unfortunately, in January 2010, his lifeless body was uncovered from the ground and buried under a concrete slab in the compound of one of Moore's associates. For his murder, Moore was put to trial in 2012 and was convicted. Today, the lady is in prison, serving a life term for her actions. Abraham Shakespeare's life is an example of how the dream of winning a lot of money often becomes an absolute nightmare because of deception and tragedy. Tragic as Abraham's story is, not all lottery wins lead to heartbreak. Sometimes they bring unthinkable joy and stability to a family. Let's travel to Georgia, where Ira Curry became a record-breaking millionaire. Super great news for the people of Georgia. The winner of the record-breaking Mega Millions pool's $636 million jackpot is Ira Curry, a Stone Mountain, Georgia resident. And that makes it possible for her to have banked $133 million and be officially on the list of the wealthiest women on Earth. Curry was among the two persons who won the jackpot in a drawing conducted on December 17, 2013. Hence, after taxes, she had some $87 million to take back home. A vast fortune for her and her family. She said that when she first felt she had won, she thought it was a mistake. You know, she had bought the ticket on a through after dreaming of doing so the night before. But when realization dawned, she claimed she was happy, saying, "I just felt blessed." According to Curry, she will effectively invest the money and clear all her debts to set her children well in school. She also plans to help people back. That is why they too should be lucky sometimes, and she thought about receiving such money. Her story disproves the analysis of how dreams are romantic hopes that are difficult, if not impossible, to achieve, and can positively change people's lives. And speaking of life-changing moments, what if a simple birthday gift became the ticket to unimaginable fortune? That's exactly what happened to young Caden in California. In March 2021, a boy in California had a chance to become a millionaire, and he managed to do that as he won a lottery scratch-off ticket worth $1 million. To make this story even more interesting, Caden's mother just gave him the ticket as a birthday present. "I was shocked. No, I did not expect to win anything," said Caden, who also laughed heartily. At first, when he scratched off the ticket, he thought he had made a mistake of some sort. When he came to know it was real, he was just very happy and eager to share this message with his family. Thank God the family was joyful to receive the news. This victory happened at the right time for Caden, who had thought about college but was unsure how he would pay for it. Thanks to this newfound wealth, he is now in a position to make plans for the future without worrying about how he will make ends meet. Besides, he plans to raise money for his education and contribute to the welfare of his family at large. "Thank you so much," Caden claimed. "I can feel free to breathe." His story has that faint message of the American dream. Things are not as they seem, but indeed dreams do come true. Finally, persistence pays off. Meet Mary Fulkerson, a seasoned player from Michigan who proved that sometimes consistency is the key to hitting the jackpot. Mary Fulkerson from Michigan is one such example. She played the lottery for many years and won $1.8 million. This seasoned player had been attempting her hand in the lottery since she was 18. So she reached for this life-altering shot due to her perseverance and playing the right shots regularly. Having checked her ticket at the store, Fulkerson initially imagined that she had confused the numbers on the ticket. As the clerk signaled that she had won the bet, she fully understood that she had lost the bet. On the remembered plan, she claimed, "Every time I could hardly breathe, her excitement was getting the best part of her chest." Some of the main things Fulkerson would like to do include taking her family on trips, saving some money for the grandchildren, and owning a new home. "This money is a godsend to me and my family," she claimed, wiping scornful tears from her cheeks. We have seen that the stories of people who rely on luck show that winning a lottery means getting a new chance in one's life. Here are some great people who show not only that they were lucky enough to hit the jackpot, but also decided to change the lives of the people around them for the better. The winner stories prove that it is not all about the cash or the buck, but about the difference you can make. I hope that these and many other inspiring stories will help you believe in dreams, risks, and chances and never leave fate to luck. Until next time, believe in the possibilities.